Weak men succumb to lust. Lust is selfish. It's all about yourself and what you have to gain in whatever situation. Love is all about giving and selflessness. Right now, cheating rates are through the roof, specifically with men. This is a wake-up call to us guys, for all of us to realize that when you do go the path of degeneracy, feeling lustful, saying you're done watching the hub, but you still continue that addiction. This path, which you think will give you the fulfillment, the gratification, the happiness, is quite frankly going to leave you feeling empty every single time. Now, why is it that as men, we make these mistakes? I honestly think the answer all comes to us just being selfish individuals and lacking empathy. You need to start to realize that your actions can have consequences and that you're not superhuman. Lust is instant gratification. Yeah, it gives you pleasure, but every single time afterwards, it always leaves you feeling depressed, empty, regret. I know for younger Adrian, he was addicted to the hub. He would wake up and the first thing he'd do in the morning, he'd go on those websites because he felt like it was the right thing to do. But how do you think he felt after giving in to lust afterwards? Dirty, regretful, and weak. It's not the answer, even though at first it may seem like it. When I look back at younger Adrian and how much of a, I don't want to shit on him too much because he was young, but how weak he was at the time, I also look at other traits of his life. Discipline, work ethic, hunger, ambition, all of those traits weren't as developed and as high level as they are now. When you can work on those masculine traits, like becoming more disciplined, having a more of a demeanor on your face, actually being the man, you are quite literally gonna neglect lust, neglect degeneracy, neglect bad habits 1,000 times more than if you weren't your most disciplined, ambitious self. What if I was to tell you that right now I can look at guys and I can tell instantly just by their physical appearance if they are disciplined or not? Are they trustworthy or not? I strongly believe if you truly want to figure someone out, you can actually subconsciously tell. Now, I don't know if it's because I have a greater awareness and that I've made this amount of progress myself, but when I look at other guys, it takes a lot for me to trust someone, which literally probably like 6 months ago, it didn't really as much as it does now. And this is all because of the fact that guys can be lustful. Guys can be selfish, narcissistic, etc. We all have narcissistic traits, but when you develop this greater awareness of that everyone's actions have meaning, you start to be a lot more cautious with who you want to spend time with, because you don't want lustful friends. If you're with a bunch of lustful guys when you're trying to become more disciplined, if you're stuck with those guys, you are a sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So are you really that special, or are you just another lustful motherfucker who watches the hub but says, oh, no, Adrian, I need to watch the hub before bed because it helps me relax. It makes me feel good. Makes my day feel accomplished. Ask yourself, every single time you indulge in a lustful act, this is going to take a lot of authenticity, but give me a brutal answer. How do you feel afterwards? You had the decision to go to the gym or to embrace degeneracy, and you chose the degeneracy route. I'm quite certain you would have felt some of like a high level of regret just because you know you didn't do the right thing. You did the selfish thing, not the disciplined thing. Your whole demeanor, your facial structure will actually change the more disciplined and more of a man of a word you can become. I'm going to chuck up a picture of what my face looked like 3 years ago and what it is now. I'm 23 now, so what, this picture was when I was 20? Yeah, you can say puberty in that I've just grown up. But when I compare myself to younger Adrian from 3 years ago, just looking at this picture, I know what his habits and mindset were like. I know the type of person he was. Lazy, unambitious, lustful. And now I'll give you the brutal answer of, was he happy? No. Not really. Why would he be? He wasn't a man of his word. He wasn't disciplined. He wasn't ambitious. He had no confidence. He had no confidence, but he still indulged in lust because lust doesn't take confidence. Lust doesn't take anything. It's a selfish act. It's like throwing the white flag up in the air and saying, oh, I give up. I'm just going to give in to lust because I have no purpose on this planet. I'm pathetic. I don't have any goals. I'm not ambitious. What's the point? When you act like that guy, if you start to zoom out now, who the hell is going to want to be next to him? This is some brutal masculine advice, but you complain you're lonely, you complain you're depressed, you complain you're sad, you complain you don't have a girlfriend, you complain about all these things. But I can guarantee you, after this video, there is like a 90% chance you're going to engage or indulge in some sort of lustful behavior, which will not make you happy. It steals happiness away from your future self. And I'm the guy right now to smack you out of it. Because you decide. Are you going to be selfish or selfless? Do you want to carry a legacy? I think you do. You're addicted to watching self-improvement videos. This is like the 5th one you've watched today. You clearly care. You care about becoming higher status. You care about getting respect, being admired. And don't say you don't, and don't say that's insecure. I hate people who say, oh, he cares so much about high status or getting respect. He's insecure. You would literally play video games to achieve all of those things. I'm just doing them in the real world. Because I know when I feel like I'm getting respect, when I feel like I'm doing the right thing, that only motivates me more and more and more to continue doing the right thing. If I wasn't getting respect, if I knew deep down I wasn't doing the right stuff, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to grab that white flag and surrender and fall into lust like an absolute moron. You should want to become as high status as possible, not because of external superficial things, but for yourself. Just for you, so that can keep you on the right track of self-improvement. that same energy you're feeling now that fuels your desire for a lustful act, you can actually use that energy constructively and the right way, believe it or not. If right now you know deep down you're not really doing much in your spare time, maybe you work a 9 to 5, maybe you go to the gym once a week, but that's it. You don't do much else. So then you wonder why when it hits like 7 p.m., you feel the way you do. You're not doing enough. And you don't even need another guy telling you that you're not doing enough. You know yourself you're not doing enough. You know every single time you feel this dirty desire that you can do something else. But you don't. You cope. You say, oh, last time, I promise. What else am I? You cope. You can use this energy into something purposeful, something which promotes you and doesn't destroy you. I can list a bunch of habits like reading, meditation, start posting content yourself, go for runs, gym, except so many things. But I don't want to bombard you because it is your life. You do choose your purpose, and whatever you feel at heart, you should probably do. But just realize that when you are bored, when you do have a lot of free time, you're not using it right. This is why I hate hearing the word free time. Oh, Adrian, what do you do in your free time? Free time is an absolute excuse to indulge in something negative. That's how we've been conditioned to think. Oh, free time. Let's eat some junk food in my free time. Let's watch a bit of The Hub in my free time. Let's play some video games because it's my free time and I deserve this. You didn't deserve shit. Congratulations, you have a free couple hours. And you're going to use that time to indulge in degeneracy. What a masculine man that makes you. You are an inspiring leader for indulging in such a degenerate act in your free time. Oh my God. Bless me. And I get the question, oh, but Adrian, if I don't have free time, what am I meant to do instead? It all comes down to purpose. Once you've identified what you feel like your core purpose is, this might sound a little bit extreme, but let's just say every single act you commit in the 24 hours you have in a day is aligned with your purpose. It goes as little as the time you go to bed because you need to wake up early because that's when your brain feels most productive. All of the acts I commit every single day are tied to something which I feel like gives me the most fulfillment in my life, and that is helping others to not make the same mistakes I've made. Me going to the sauna or steam room, that's a purposeful act because it reduces my stress, it clears up my skin, it makes me feel good, it makes me more likely to sit in my chair and record myself speak and not indulge in degeneracy. Me eating healthy makes me get less brain fog. Me going to the gym, physical activity, gives me these feel-good hormones. It makes me want to keep being productive. Me going outside, getting sunlight, gives my body vitamin D, serotonin, happy hormones. I feel good. When you feel good, you're going to do more good. When you feel like shit, you're going to do more shit. It's like you don't need a scientist to explain this type of stuff. I'm just a 23-year-old guy telling you what really helped me. Lust narrows your vision. It almost like impairs your brain to make wise decisions. Your brain's all cloudy. No wonder you make the wrong choices every now and then. How do you fix this? How do you become more wise? How do you become a better decision maker? How do you become more intelligent? How do you become the guy who actually says he's going to do what he says he's going to do? You hop on self-improvement. You do the stuff which you know you're meant to do but you've been neglecting for so long. And no, it's not just going to the gym. You start reading books about leadership to become a better leader. Books about masculinity to become more masculine. You start doing all of the right stuff because you know deep down that when you do the right stuff, that once cloudy brain starts to become as clear as on a sunny day. Now you're never left caught overthinking. Your decision making is improved by like 100x. You know all of the things you do align with your core purpose. You don't have time to think about lust or degeneracy anymore because you know how empty and unfulfilled it makes you feel. You're creating your own path. You're writing your own rules. You're becoming the man you're meant to be this whole time you've been on this planet. It just took some wog in a hoodie to slap you out of your current mindset. I really don't want you to make the same mistakes younger Adrian made with being addicted to the hub, being addicted to alcohol. And I know right now, if you're yet to experience, let's say, going to the club, me telling you not to do it probably isn't enough. And there still might be that version of you who actually just has to get the shitty experiences himself for him to realize. Because I can remember with, what's a prime example of this? Alcohol. You hear so many people saying, oh, alcohol is so bad, don't drink alcohol. Like, when we hear the word alcohol, our brain instantly thinks it's negative, which it is. Did that stop younger Adrian from getting drunk and black? No. He had to experience it. Now, by all means, I'm not telling you that you need to experience it. No. If you cannot experience it and still not do it, bro, congratulations. You're ahead of me in the race. But don't use that as an excuse. I know this video has educated you. I know this video has motivated you. For you to realize that lust is a never-ending cycle of pain. And if you're committing it frequently, it truly shows how weak of a man you are. Don't be that guy. Be so high value that you don't even have the time in a day to worry, to stress about doing the wrong thing. All of the tasks you do in the 24 hours you have are all of the right tasks. And that makes you a purposeful, driven, masculine man? Neglect degeneracy, embrace masculinity.